Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing absolutely amazing. Today I'm gonna review F250 for you. Don't mind the background because this bike is due for delivery, so that's why I'm not able to shoot it in the showroom. It's gonna go out to the person, so yeah, so don't mind that. So without further ado, let's get started with the review. I'm gonna tell you what's good, what's bad, and what's ugly, if there's anything. So to talk about the bike, um, if you haven't seen my N250 review, I'll leave the link in the description. Please do check that out. And to talk about this bike, this is a semi-fair design, and you get a windshield so that you can go for a long distance touring without much wind buffeting. And the design fairly looks similar. It basically replaces F220. I think the silhouette looks same. They did really good job with it. What do you think about it? Is it a worthy successor for F250? Because there were so many people who really loved that bike, and that was like one of the fastest bike in that segment, and a lot of people really loved it. And I think this is a worthy successor in my point of view. It looks really good. This is a gray color, and the design, the stickering with red and gray. This looks modern, and this is a DTSI same engine, 249cc engine, single cylinder, liquid cooled and fuel injected. So yeah, and you get alloys, gray color alloys, and you also have stickering on the rims, which looks really cool and add to the visual appeal more. And both are tubeless tires. You get a single channel ABS. It's a simple floating panel design. If you come close, it will look really good. The panels are like, it seems like it's floating. It is more evident in the red color. If you see my N250 review, you would notice the floating design, floating panel design more good. And if you talk about switches, these are basically the normal Bajaj switches. Nothing to scream about. They're okay. And you have part digital, part analog instrument cluster, the same in the N250, and you get all the details. You have ABS indicator, side stand indicator, fuel, time, trip. So all the basic information you need, you'll get it. And if you ask me, the really good feature that I personally like is backlit. All the switches are backlit, so that if you're riding in the night, you don't you have a easy access. You know what switch you're pressing. And yeah, this looks good. And for the if you're doing long distance touring, you also get a USB charger. The only thing you need to buy is a phone holder and a small USB cable for your phone. Then you are set for the long trips. And you get a split seat design. The seats are really soft, and the fuel cap, this looks really good. The design, fuel filler cap, I really like it. And apart from that, the accelerator feel is good. The clutch, you get slip and assist clutch, which is expected at this price point and this model. And this is a BS6, and they have a sturdy grab rails here, and you have a typical Pulsar rear light. It's the same unit borrowed from N250. So yeah, you might be wondering, should you buy F250 or N250? I'm going to bring you the new video comparing both side by side, so that you can decide for yourself, because these two bikes are in the same league. There are only few differences. We'll go through on about the differences in that video, and if you're confused which one to pick, in that video I'll give you clarity. If you don't want to miss out on that video, you should consider subscribing. And then if you're liking what you're seeing, please do like it. It gives a lot of motivation for me. And with that said, that's everything you need to know about F250. There are a lot of specifications. The tire is like, the front is 100 by 80, and the rear is 130 by 70. So, and the main thing that a lot of people look for the bikes is the ground clearance. It is 165 mm. Anything above 160 is really good. for Indian roads, gets the job done. You don't have to be always thinking about whether you're going to scrape your belly or not. So this is a decent ground clearance for Indian roads, I would say that. Talking about headlamp design, you get a LED unit, and DRLs are really cool. The eyebrow looking DRLs and the side indicators really look cool. It's not the conventional, the big side indicators that you get. A lot of people, couple of years back, these are the side indicators a lot of people put on their vehicles aftermarket, but now it's sleek, it's a LED, and if you ask me, they're really good. And talking about the whole design, I wouldn't say I love the design, I wouldn't say it's bad, it's okay. And if you loved 250F, you're gonna like it. It's more powerful. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this review. I'll see you in the next one. You drive safe. Until then, take care. Bye bye.